Welcome to the ESL Teachers Lounge, Episode 3, a space to share, learn, and laugh as ESL teachers. Hey everyone, it's Joy here. Welcome to today's session. Let's have some fun together. Here's a fun question for you. What's the funniest thing a student has ever said in class? I know, we've all had those moments when our students say something that makes us laugh out loud, whether it's a creative answer or a hilarious mix-up. Okay, so last time we tackled some game-changing strategies for helping shy students find their voice in the classroom. And if you missed it, you can go check it out. It's up on all our socials. Alright, but today, you won't want to miss this. We've got amazing questions lined up, plus a super fun activity demo you can use in your next class. Alright, let's jump in. Our first question, let me grab my phone here. This is from Bianca in Florence, Italy. Hello, Bianca. So she asks, I have a 5-year-old student and we are starting to learn letters and sounds. How do I teach letter sounds in a fun way? That is a fantastic question, Bianca. Thank you. So I think it's important for the little ones to give them like a preview of the class, your live class, so you can send online flashcards. And these online flashcards, if they have audio, that would be fantastic. So they can just listen to it and practice before, the live class, and they can somewhat make themselves familiar with the sounds. And so when you're actually doing it, they have somewhat familiarity with it and a little bit of confidence. All right, now let's go to the live class. You can start with you can use your warm-up. You can use the ABC song as your warm-up because all kids love the rhythm of the ABC song. And also, I forgot to mention, if you have this student in level 0 and you are transitioning to level 1 where you're introducing the alphabet and the alphabet sounds, you can use the ABC song as a goodbye song. That way you can get your students build familiarity of the alphabet. And they love it, like what I mentioned. And so when you do your live class, you can use that online flashcards that you sent to them. And so let's say A, you go say A says, alligator. Okay? You can say it maybe 3 to 4 times and wait for the child to chime in. And when they do, you celebrate it. We need to celebrate every success with big reactions. So remember, it's gotta be big, because for these little ones, you have to really encourage them, and they need to know that wow, good job. It's very important that they see your reaction when they do a great job. And if you think the child needs more example, apple, axe. You can use silly words like just to make it fun. And if your student is having a hard time with a sound, don't rush it. If you need to stick to each letter for multiple sessions until the child confidently recognizes sounds, that would be great, because this builds a solid foundation for blending and reading. It's very important. You don't want to backtrack when you're actually teaching them how to blend and read. All right? I have a little story to share. I have a student named Ella. She's like a little detective. So in the beginning, she's just quietly observing and trying to figure out what's going on. But the moment she gets it, oh wow, her engagement skyrockets. She'll start calling out words before I even finish the sounds. Yes. So it's like a switch flips in her brain. That's really amazing. Yeah. Like what I mentioned, repeat and reinforce. You could do this for maybe 4 sessions before moving to the main lesson. So if you think your student hasn't mastered the alphabet sounds, you have to just keep on practicing. And you could tell the parents to practice at home as well. And really, before you move on to the main lesson has got a lot of different sections. So it's a little bit more dense to the little ones. So I suggest just focus on the alphabet, naming them, and the sounds. Focus on letter sounds and identification first, because mastery here builds their confidence when they start blending and reading. All right? So keep it fun and relaxed, because a happy, comfortable child learns best. Yes, trust me. All right, well, thank you for that question, Bianca. I hope that really would bring you also the confidence to teach your littles in your classroom. Now, let's go to our next question. We're moving fast here. This one is, let me go get it, from Matthew from Western Cape, South Africa. So Matthew asks, what are the strategies to make an emergent reader participate in reading classes? Great question, Matthew. I absolutely love this topic. I was a total bookworm as a kid. So here are some strategies that work like magic. I'd like to have my student listen to the audio. So I would say, let's listen. And I hit the audio. Then I lead them into reading it. Read a word, phrase, or sentence. Then have your student repeat after you. All right? And while you are reading, or your student is reading, you have to react to words. So you use facial expressions or gestures, or even act out words to make reading come alive, right? So let's say the sentence says, Abby Alligator and Ben Banana meet at the Blue Brook. You can say, wow, Blue Brook! Just pick out one word there and just use facial expressions. Like what I mentioned in my previous sessions, do not be scared to be silly. You may not look your best because you go, I like that, but they love it. That is important to make them love your class. Now, you need to, well, it's not that you need to, but I suggest if you have reading materials with built-in questions, that would be fantastic. The comprehension questions right after each paragraph help solidify understanding. All right? So, like, when you read this, the first part of the story, like Abby Alligator and Ben Banana meet at the Blue Brook, and then there's a comprehension question right after reading that, that would be really, really good. So why does this work? All right, so now I've said this many times. Our goal as a teacher, each time we introduce a new concept, is to help build self-esteem. Now, once that self-esteem starts brewing, students will participate and engage without a problem. Yeah, so when you're doing the comprehension questions right after each paragraph, there is a huge percentage there that they would be able to answer that. And that's like a boost for them. Wow! So you have to celebrate when they answer when they give you the right answer. All right? So, yeah, you got take turns reading, react to words, use reading materials with built-in questions. Those are things you can do. Well, Matthew, thanks for your fantastic question. I hope these tips bring some reading magic into your classes. Thank you so much, Matthew. Next question. Well, we are getting the next question. All right. This is our third question. Let's see. Okay, got it. This is from Maria in Cebu, Philippines. Hello, Maria. Hello, Philippines. Thank you, Maria, for this question. All right, let me read your question.
I am new to teaching online. What software should I use and how do I present my lessons to my students?
Great question. All right, Maria. There are different platforms you can use. You want something that supports screen sharing, including Zoom, Google Meet, Classroom, Qualago, and Ruth. But for today, let's focus on Zoom. All right. First, you want to set up Zoom for your online class. You could download Zoom onto your computer. Just pro tip, okay? Always check your setup before class. So what are the things you need to check? You need to check your headset. Your headset should work correctly. Your camera should be clear and well positioned. Your audio, video settings correctly configured. Because you don't want to have, technical issues during your live class, especially if you're doing like a trial class or level class. Yeah, you want to give them the best experience they could have, right? Now, share your screen. You go to Zoom and click share screen. Yes, if your curriculum has interactive features, remind students to join from a laptop or desktop, not tablets or phones, because I think it's good if they could actually also use the interactive features. If you have it, then have them use it. So remind their parents if they could use it, or if they could attend their class using a laptop or a desktop. That would be perfect. So there are different ways you can write on the screen. Okay, so the lesson is a pen tool. Zoom also has a pen tool. The difference is that the pen tool on the lesson itself just auto clears when you flip pages, but with Zoom you have to manually erase it. Okay, so yeah, there are different ways you could actually share or teach online and screen share it. If Zoom works for you, that would be really good. If you can also do some research that maybe would work better for you. Yeah, I'm really, really excited, Maria, for this new chapter in your life. With a little preparation, you will have a smooth online teaching experience. Thanks again, Maria. All right, well, thanks again for joining today's session. And yes, good luck to everybody and happy teaching.